everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful week. This week we leave Fumay and we travel down to Charleville and Meuse, which is quite a big city, and have a wonderful time with Chom and Lottie, and then carry on down the Meuse towards Pont, which is where we turn off and we start going down the Ardennes. Well, we've had a lovely stay in Fumay. It's been really nice. The Capitan was in the sort of museum area now, and it was really cool. The lady there was so helpful, and she came down and organised the water and the power for us. And we're on our way this morning, nice and early, having another great day. Scenery through this section is just stunning, with a great big deep gorge, lovely hills with big massive rock. It's been very nice, and while we've just gone through our second lock of the day, Tone's just down below doing coffee and croissants. Good morning, darling.
Coffee time!
So we are just coming into Reims, and you can see the water pouring out. There it is, out of the lock. This one is a 4-metre lock, so we're just waiting for it to empty before we go in. See, it's just starting to come in, but it's quite strong. They're having to really hold on up the front there. We had a tiny little hole in the wall there, and there's nothing else, so I've grabbed the ladder, which is very slimy, and so because I had to pull the lever, and we'll see if we've got something at the top. That would have been quite something to see that come tumbling through there. That is a big tree. And that's the dam, or the ford. Just tootling on up. Yes, so that is the current that we are pushing against. So we're going a little bit slower than we would be if we were going down it. So the current is very strong through here. We have slowed right down. So we're just going past the ford, and that looks like a lovely little spot. Nice shade from the trees. Very nice. Woohoo! There's Malika, and here we are down there, poor Tony on his own. Flying around. So we're just coming into Montferm, which is going to be our stop for the day. It's actually quite a lot bigger town than I thought it was going to be. It's quite nice. And the mooring is just up past the bridge on the right, apparently, by the book. So we'll see what it's like. So there's the port, but we're just not sure about space for the two boats. So we'll see how long it is. Look at this. Isn't that just beautiful? We have been sitting out under the trees having dinner, and it's just glorious. We have just been and got the groceries, so we've got panniers full, and Tony's just stopping at the bakery to go and get some goodies for the morning. A lovely stay here. It's been very, very nice. Lovely port, and as you can see, all the campers. We are just down over there and just going into the Capitanery to pay. Well, that was the cheapest we've had ever. That was $7.50. So cheap, and a lovely little town, really, really pretty, and just
very quiet. We're just down there, down the back there, and it was just really, really nice. Here we are. So today we are in Montverne. We plan to carry on down here and down through all these little villages and then into Charleville. Now there is a marina just in here which is really lovely. We stayed there last time, but our friends who are travelling with, their boat is too tall and they can't get underneath this bridge, and it is something to think about if you are buying a canal boat, the height of it, because a lot of the places you can't get into, so they will have to go here if there's room. Lots of campgrounds along the way. So we are going about 20 k's today to Charleville, and it's 10 o'clock and it's already 28 degrees, so it's going to be a warm one, I think. That's a big bit of rock. So just coming past Chateau Renault, we came past here 2 years ago and stopped in a little restaurant over here which was really lovely, and didn't stay the night, but we just stopped for lunch. It was lovely. Just coming up to our first lock of the day. Just saying, there is a lot of water going over that ford. Oh, barrage, sorry, not ford. So we have a remote at the moment, so just over here there's a little pole with a light flashing on the top of it. That's saying that it's been received when we press the button. And then in the distance, just behind the pole, you can see the red green, and that's telling us that they are getting the lock ready for us. Here we go. This one's not very deep, it's only 1.7, but they can be a little bit tricky at the front if you're in the front. And we were noticing on the pole over here, you can see there's times when it's flooded, the levels of the flood. That's a bit scary. Our first cherries of the season. A lovely lock, a lovely clues. We are just coming into Charleville, which does, this one down here does a huge big loop, and this just cuts through. So we're just waiting for the lock to prepare, and then we will be in. So we've walked into the square, and it's like a big fair with all sorts of old games and things. We've been to the Brocante and bought a few things, had a beer at the local bar, and we're just heading back. It is so warm. It's lovely, but it's very warm. So this morning I've just spent editing and working out a new cycle route that we're going to do when we go on our holiday. But I just thought I'd show you where we are in Charleville. Our boat is sort of just along from here, but this is the big campground, which is very nice, which runs the marina as well. So that was a little bit disappointing. We bought 3 tokens yesterday to do the washing in the campground, which were €4 each, and we couldn't get them done, couldn't get our washing done because it was always busy. And so Tony ended up getting fed up and went and did it at the laundromat. And so I just went to get a refund, and sorry, not possible. So a little bit disappointing. So this is the little marina in Charleville, and you can see that bridge over there. That's quite low, which is what our friends had problems getting under. They couldn't get in, so we came in here. But on the actual quay, if you can see, there are no actual bollards sticking up for you to throw your rope on. The ones that are at the back, which you can sort of see, where's my finger there, they are loose, so you can't actually, your rope just slips off them if you're throwing it, so you actually have to get off, which is a little bit tricky when you're manoeuvring in there. But so we end up moving back out and found a spot sort of out on the quay. We sit down.
Take care of the pass. Oh, man.
Oh!
Yes!
Oh, you're kidding me! Oh, you did it too! Very good! So this morning we are off to get groceries. We're heading off down the Ardennes. Not sure about shops or anything, so we need to get a few supplies. So we are just leaving Charleville, had a lovely time here, and the weather is a little bit cooler today, so it's going to be nice. So we're making our way to Pont. Sliders on the starboard side, but there is nothing on the other side. There's just the odd one that's quite deep, but there's nothing above it, so you are very limited. You have to go onto the starboard side. Beautiful. This is photos to swap. They're racing away from us. This is the Looms pontoons, which looks lovely. I'm not too sure if there's power. It looks like there's water, but no power. It looks very nice. A stunning day. Just going along beautifully. It's a lovely day, nice temperature today, and we've just been through 2 locks and heading towards Pont. So just making us some lunch out the back there. So today we travelled from Charleville Menzies down here on the Meuse. We turn off and we're going down the Ardennes towards Reims. So we're going to stop at Pont to get some diesel, and it should be a good day. So we have come to the end of the Meuse for us. So if we carried on straight down here on the Meuse, we would end up at Verdun, then Toul and Nancy and all that. But we are actually turning off just up here and going, this is Pont, and going across the Ardennes and then turning down to Reims, or Reims. Had a remote control from the BNF, which has been for us for probably the last 20 locks, where you just press the button about 200 meters up from the lock. Oh, you can just see there's a pole there with the light flashing back there, and that gets these locks going, and we're about to hand that in. We have just got some diesel from here, and just got 100 litres, and there's also the chandlery store as well, and got another book and oil bits and pieces, so very good. Quite a big yard here at Pont. Obviously a big shed where you can get work done, which is great. And then here there's a few old boats that have been left here to die, I think, as well, like most boat yards, but it's a very big working yard, which is great. So last night we got through cruise number 3 on the Ardennes and came through this lock, and we just stopped on the side here. It was quite a long day, it was quite hot, and we had a lovely evening. We got our chairs out and we sat out on the grass and just chatted for hours and it was just lovely. And so today we're going to head off. I think we're going to do about 17 locks today. This is quite a lot. There are quite a lot of locks down this section. So it should be quite beautiful. So last night we stopped here at lock 3. So today we're travelling all the way down here. And then we have a staircase. We can see that there's lots and lots of locks. Now we plan to stop around about here. This is where we stopped last time we were going up. So it'll be different going down, obviously. But there was a nice little spot that we could stop there. First ecluse of the day. It's been beautiful today, lovely temperature, very pretty little ecluse. So we're now at ecluse 1, so we're at the top of the hill and from now on it'll be going down, which will be great. Got some guys at the BNF who are mowing the lawns around, keeping it nice and tidy, but it's just started raining, so we're pleased that we got started when we did. So this is our first lock going down, which is so nice. It's much easier coming into the locks because you can get the bollards really easily. It's just great. So we are now just starting the staircase. So I think there's about 27 locks in a row going downhill, and they're all quite close to each other. So it'll be relatively quickly, but we're just going to stop at lock 19, between 19 and 20 tonight. And yeah, it's going well. Crikey! How yellow that moss is. It's just insanely yellow. Beautiful. We thought it was paint when we first came in. It's starting to get a little bit windy, but it's going really well. I think this is number 6. So going down, this is all the water coming out of the lock. so that we're lowering down. So as you go down the hill, you're taking one lot of water with you the whole way. So it's really good. They really encourage you to do it in teams of boats. I don't know whether I'd like to do 3 in the lot. 2's okay, but 3 would be very hard. See, the cycleway all the way along is really nice. All asphalt, very nice and very easy. So you've got these little step ups, and then it's flat and then step, so wherever there's a lock. That's Tony. So now I've got to race down to the marina to the next lock to catch up with them. Just when they keep going into the lock, and Tony's just coming down. You can hear me puffing. Here he comes. Beautiful. Looks like he knows what he's doing. Right, I better catch some ropes. And Tone is out there again as usual. He's such a good man. Pick up at Ecluse 12, it's just not shutting, so we've called the Eclusiers and someone is coming, but it's still beautiful and it's given us a little break from the rain, so it's all good. And you can see the locks in the future down there. The Eclusier man came in probably not even 5 minutes. It was great, so he's just resetting it and we'll be on our way. Lock of the day. It's about 3 o'clock. It's been very busy, but a great day. This is just perfect. This is the little town of Neverday, I think it's pronounced. And we have got our lovely little park beside us, nicely tied up. It's just perfect.
That's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. We thoroughly have, and we will catch you next week. Bye.